We are kicking things off with the Philadelphia 76ers after a crushing sweep by the New York Knicks. Paul George lays down the harsh reality of the situation, discussing the grueling season and the tough assessment of 2 years in Philadelphia after the elimination. We dive deep into what this means for the team's future and the players' journey.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, veteran wing Kelly Oubre sends a clear message about his future with the Philadelphia 76ers as he heads into unrestricted free agency. Oubre shares his thoughts on his time in the city, the business side of basketball, and what he hopes to achieve next, even as the chips are being dealt. Now we turn to the big picture for the franchise. The Philadelphia 76ers have a major new priority for next season that has absolutely nothing to do with on-court performance. We explore the urgent need to re-establish the connection with the fans and reignite that old hype, asking what drastic changes are needed to rebuild trust. Finally, ESPN analyst Kendrick Perkins delivers a strong message about Joel Embiid's future with the 76ers, suggesting a major trade. Perkins argues that Embiid needs a change of scenery, and we look at the immense pressure on the organization as they decide what comes next for their superstar. The Philadelphia 76ers are entering the offseason following a sweep by the New York Knicks, with star player Paul George reflecting on the challenging season and his tenure in Philadelphia. The team mounted a historic rally in round 1 by defeating the Boston Celtics, but ultimately fell short against New York. Paul George's season has been marked by significant ups and downs. He began the year missing the first 12 games after undergoing arthroscopic knee surgery during the offseason, faced a 25-game suspension for violating the league's anti-drug policy, and returned rejuvenated for the final 10 games of the regular season. In the playoffs, George described the loss to the Knicks as a result of New York's momentum. "We hung in there against Boston," George stated, acknowledging that the Sixers were trending in the right direction, but encountered a hot New York team that played better and better, throwing early haymakers and maintaining their intensity. Statistically, George's 2 seasons with the Sixers have been challenging, with only 78 games played, averaging 16.7 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 4 assists, while shooting 37.5% from deep. Despite the limited production, he has maintained a high level of defense and provided leadership. Looking back at his time in Philadelphia, George emphasized the profound support from the fan base. "My experience with the fans has been amazing. It's definitely love here," he shared, highlighting the support he received through personal struggles and the opportunity to reach the postseason, calling it the highlight of the year. While the first 2 years of his 4-year contract have not met organizational or personal expectations, George remains focused on the positive aspects of his experience with the Sixers and the city of Philadelphia. Veteran Philadelphia 76ers wing Kelly Oubre has signaled his intention to pursue unrestricted free agency following the team's elimination in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Speaking after the loss, Oubre expressed his desire to remain in Philadelphia, citing unfinished business, but also acknowledged the realities of the business side of the NBA. Oubre reflected on his tenure with the Sixers, noting that despite averaging 20 points per game, securing contracts has been challenging. He stated, "I love it here, of course, but this is not my first rodeo. I've averaged 20 points in this league and still found myself barely getting any contracts. At the end of the day, man, I've learned so much." Oubre expressed disappointment with the team's recent outcome, saying, "I don't like how it ended, so I always say I like to finish what I start. This is a bit sour for me." He concluded by accepting the situation, stating, "At the end of the day, it's already written. God already has it written up, and it's just going to follow through. I hope I did myself a good service by, being more efficient, slowing down, and, just playing better overall basketball." And, just continue to grow as a human being and as a player. So it's already written. We'll see where the chips fall. While Oubre has been a productive contributor to the Sixers, his potential return would likely be contingent on a reasonable contract offer. However, the team's current salary cap situation, dominated by the large contracts of Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey, suggests that Oubre may be better positioned to secure an attractive offer from another franchise. The development of this situation highlights the shifting dynamics for established players navigating the NBA landscape. The Philadelphia 76ers are shifting their focus for the upcoming season, moving beyond on-court performance to prioritize off-court initiatives. This decision comes amid a challenging period for the franchise, highlighted by a recent 4-game sweep loss to the New York Knicks, which included consecutive home defeats and a significant blowout in Game 4. The series underscored the intense rivalry, with the proximity of the teams creating palpable tension, even though the outcome was ultimately decided by the competition. A key priority for the 76ers is reestablishing a strong connection with their fanbase and reigniting the historic trust the process hype. Despite ongoing efforts, there is a perceived gap in fan confidence regarding the current trajectory. The disappointing home atmosphere, particularly noted by star guard Tyrese Maxey, suggests that tangible actions are needed to reassure supporters. The offseason will be crucial for the team's direction. The franchise must deliver something compelling to the fans, whether through new player signings, significant strategic changes, or public statements addressing the recent playoff performance. The lingering question among supporters is whether the challenges stemmed from a lack of home court advantage or a deficiency in the team's overall quality. Meanwhile, the New York Knicks are also making moves. Karl-Anthony Towns has implemented substantial changes to his game in an effort to spark a historic run. Conversely, the Nets continue to face scrutiny over their inability to secure a top-3 draft pick. On the team front, Joel Embiid has expressed dissatisfaction regarding a specific trade, adding another layer of internal dynamics to the offseason narrative. ESPN analyst Kendrick Perkins has delivered a pointed message regarding the future of Joel Embiid with the Philadelphia 76ers, suggesting the team should consider trading the superstar center. Speaking on First Take, Perkins stated that the relationship between Embiid and the team has reached its conclusion, asserting that it is time for both parties to separate. Perkins believes this move would benefit both the organization and Embiid personally, emphasizing that Embiid needs a change of scenery and a breath of fresh air. This commentary comes amid recent struggles for the 76ers, including a sweep by the New York Knicks in the second round of the playoffs. Embiid is entering his 10th season in Philadelphia, and while his on-court production remains elite, averaging 26.9 points and 7.7 rebounds when playing, it has not been sufficient to propel the team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Financial considerations are also a factor. According to Spotrac, Embiid is under contract for $57.9 million heading into the first year of a substantial 3-year, $192.9 million extension signed in September 2024. Embiid himself has expressed uncertainty following the playoff exit. "I don't know who's going to be here," Embiid commented, adding, "I don't even know if I'm going to be here, but whatever happens, happens. But for me, I'm excited about really getting back to myself." Given the team's playoff performance and the financial commitments, there is growing speculation that the 76ers front office may decide to move on from the 2023 MVP this offseason. Meanwhile, the broader NBA landscape is also shifting, with 10 teams reportedly preparing serious pushes for Giannis Antetokounmpo this summer.